Hey everyone, this is Ryan DeGregorio, one of Wyoming Stargazing's program leaders. Thanks for joining me and welcome to Mind Bending Astronomy. In every episode, we'll share with you a mind-bending fact about astronomy. Last time, we looked at planets outside of our solar system called exoplanets. Today, we're going to look at our own solar system, and we're going to look at all 8 planets. Today, we'll start with Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun, named after the Roman messenger god Mercury. It goes around the Sun in a quicker time than all of the other planets. It only takes about 88 days to make one trip around the Sun. Mercury is the smallest planet. It's just a bit larger than our moon, and it looks pretty similar. It's gray, dry, and heavily cratered. Since Mercury is the closest to the Sun, it's quite hot, but it's not the hottest. That goes to Venus, but we'll talk about that next week. Mercury's surface temperature can reach a maximum of 800 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, that's a lot hotter than your kitchen oven will ever get. In fact, lead can melt on the surface during the daytime. At night, temperatures will plunge into the negative hundreds of degrees Fahrenheit because there is little to no atmosphere able to insulate any heat. Another interesting thing about Mercury is that it has undergone shrinkage. In fact, it is still shrinking to this day. Mercury started out a little bit larger, but as it cooled, the crust crushed in on itself, and we know this because we see these very abrupt cliffs called scarps, and this is the result of shrinkage because it kind of looks like wrinkles across the planet's crust. Another thing is we think that most of Mercury's crust was vaporized or obliterated, either in a cosmic collision or just from the early sun's very energetic stage. And we know that Mercury is extremely dense, and it has a much larger core relative to the rest of the planet than all of the others. And finally, Mercury is heavily cratered because it has very little atmosphere. And there are craters within craters, as well as mountains that form at the very center of the impact residuum. And some of these craters get smoothed out by lava flows, but these were very early on in Mercury's life. So the same sort of black patches that we see on the moon are also on Mercury's surface. Join us next week when we dive into the second planet from the Sun, Venus.